When will it pick up and who is hiring? I was able to sit down with some of the heavy hitters in the business to get that information. The oil and gas industry go with Acadiana as the Rocky Mountains go with Colorado. Over the past couple of years, Acadiana has lost approximately 17,000 jobs, 7,000 of those oil and gas jobs. Loga President Gifford Briggs says the oil bust now is worse than the one of the 1980s.
In the 80s, after the crash, we had 36 rigs running on South Louisiana land. We have 6 today. And so there was a lot more activity still going on in Louisiana during the crash, whereas today the activity is not in Louisiana.
The movers and shakers in the oil and gas industry are all optimistic but realistic at the same time when it comes to the floodgates opening and jobs pouring back into the region.
You're going to see a lot of the service sectors start to hire first, because the first thing that usually turns on is drilling, exploration, and you need the service groups to do it. There's a large inventory of prospects just waiting to be executed. So the first step will be ramp up the service sector, and then after that it'll be development and operations.
Here at the Port of Iberia, currently there are about 100 businesses that employ around 5,000 employees. Port of Iberia Executive Director Craig Romero thinks that number could rise after getting some calls from potential foreign investors.
One company in particular out of Taiwan, just hearing of President-elect Trump's comments with regards to foreign manufacturing and possible tariffs that could be implemented and imposed upon goods that were fully manufactured in foreign countries, they want to come to the U.S. and particularly a port.
Romero also says the deepening of the Port of Iberia channel should also provide more jobs to the area.
We're trying to get to 16-foot. And that would bring us some larger projects at the Port of Iberia, and it's referred to as the AgMac channel, Acadiana to the Gulf of Mexico Access Channel.
Leonard Castile has been in the oil industry for nearly 40 years. He predicts that 2017 will be a breakthrough year for the industry.
A lot of Chevron properties on the shelf, and they're actually drilling those right now. They have two jackup drilling rigs working right now. W&T Energy is another, Walter Oil and Gas is another that are working along the shelf in Louisiana, and that's going to help us a lot.
Greg Gautreaux of Lita says Acadiana is much less dependent on the oil and gas industry now than in the 1980s.
72% of our economy was directly dependent on energy or oil and gas. Today, or 2014, that number was more like 45%. So the diversification efforts have been successful.
So as the saying goes, everything that goes around comes around, and the oil industry will come back around. It'll just take some time. Reporting in Lafayette, I'm Jeff Horchak, KLFY News 10.